Go. Loaded, and we are live.
Should I, oh no.
We're live. So, welcome everybody to episode 1 of Culture Shock Podcast. We used to be known as. Dude, I'm live. What are you doing?
Sorry.
Mute yourself. We were formerly known as Pop My Culture Podcast. Unfortunately, we ran into some issues with that. There apparently was a very successful podcast that ran for many years that carried the same name, so we've decided to go ahead and just avoid those issues altogether and rebrand. Today we are going live with our new title, new name. We wanted to just do a little special for that. I'm joined by my co-host today, Mike Barksdale and Edgar Falcon, as always. Oh my God, that was loud as shit. All right.
You should just ignore it and continue on. When you acknowledge it, you have to stop what you're doing.
Well, maybe we should turn off our loud ass ringers if we're going to sit them right next to our microphones, but that's cool. So I guess we'll just jump right into our first topic. Marvel Studios and Spider-Man 3. Marvel has decided to go all out for this new phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I guess it's phase 4 now. The movie, as always, will be starring Tom Holland as Peter Parker, and they're bringing back, of course, Zendaya as MJ. This movie is also set to feature Doctor Strange as played by Benedict Cumberbatch, which opens up the possibility of multiverse, which we're going to get into in just a second. I guess the craziest castings. So far, the first one that really broke and has been confirmed is Alfred Molina, who played Dr. Octopus in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movie series. Then later it was confirmed, I have to assume it's being reported as confirmed, that Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker, Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker are both coming back. So all three of our live-action Spider-Men from the last, 10, 15, 20 years, they're all coming back. So they're also bringing back Jamie Foxx as Electro, Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane.
I'm actually happy they're bringing back Jamie Foxx as Electro.
Dude, I hope they do it better.
I think that's exactly where I was about to go with that. I hope they do it better. I think they should. I mean, yeah, but go ahead, continue on.
So Kirsten Dunst again as Mary Jane, which not really excited for. She wasn't hot
I don't really
back then.
care.
She's probably not hot now. So no
For
offense.
me, I've never really given a rat's ass about the love interest. And what's going on, XMC fam? I'm gonna try to keep up with you guys.
Yeah, what's up, XMC fan? What's up, the Apothecary? Any of you guys stopping by? You are more than welcome here, as always. I know that you guys have grown your fan bases, and I really hope they decide to join us. So I really appreciate any of you guys stopping by.
For sure. Apothecary, what's up, fellas?
I will.
And lady, I got a lady in the stream this evening. So
I will place links here in a little while for Jared's channel, because the podcast will be specifically on his channel. You'll get to see it live on mine, but if you miss it, you'll have to go to his channel to watch it in its entirety, and it's uncut, unedited, all that shit.
So you get to see us bicker like children, because again, if you guys didn't hear in the first episode, which I definitely recommend you go ahead and go back and check that out. We were under another name, but I am leaving that episode up because it's history. It's our first time doing something together. I'm not taking it down. I did rebrand the name, but in the episode you will hear the old name. Just ignore it. Keep it rolling. That said, we will bicker like children sometimes because we grew up together. We were friends since I was in 3rd grade, Edgar was in 4th grade, Mike was in 5th grade. We met on the bus. Well, actually, we met in the neighborhood, but we all kind of met together on the bus.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty funny story how we met. I moved into the neighborhood. I came from a military family. I moved into the neighborhood, and Jared Kelly Whitaker and what's his bucket down the street here? I can't remember his name. Josh or something like that. Anyways, Josh Lashley. There we go. Josh Lashley and all of you guys were riding bikes, and I pretty much just stalked. Well, I feel weird for saying this, but I pretty much just stalked them. And they rode down into Kelly Whitaker's little fucking cul-de-sac, and I rode down there after them, and they all ran in Kelly's house, and that's when I met Jared.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I wasn't riding a bike, because I'm pretty sure you taught me to ride a bike. So yeah. I think I was rollerblading because
that's right.
I was too afraid of a bicycle because I was a pussy. But
anyways, yeah. So I'm actually really excited. I actually had a conversation with one of my subs on the last stream about the whole Spider-Man movie, and I'm actually really excited, especially if they bring back Tobey Maguire and fuckface. What's his name?
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew
Yeah.
Garfield.
But the weirdest one that is coming back is Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy, because this tells me that
It's dead.
exactly, it can't be the same timeline if she's alive. So I don't know what's gonna happen here, but I'm
So are we
fucking
talking
stoked.
timeline or universe
know,
here? Is this
what?
it's like what, the Spider-Verse? Is that what we're getting
Yes,
here?
well, that's what I'm assuming this is gonna be,
I
is a
hope it's
live
the
action
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse, dude.
I
Because
hope it's Spider-Verse.
all right, so
I mean, you guys watched the animated, or excuse me, you
Of
watched
course.
the animated.
Yeah,
Amazing.
It was amazing.
Amazing.
10 out of 10.
Amazing.
10 out of 10 for a cartoon in
Amazing.
modern day, for sure. And I will say, Marvel gets a lot of flack, and a lot of companies get a lot of flack for making these woke ass characters, or just changing people's gender, or changing people's like set, or color or whatever. But Miles Morales is actually one of the best like original created characters that is not a white guy. That
Yeah.
that is representation for people. That's not a shitty character. Do more Miles Morales characters. Stop just
Yeah.
trying to take other characters and make them whatever. Do original characters like Miles Morales. Yeah, he's Spider-Man, but he's his own character, bro. He's like Puerto Rican, and like he's Hispanic,
Hell yeah.
and like bruh, and like he loves that shit, bruh, and like I love that shit, and everybody can respect that because that it feels true to the character. And so
Not to mention, everyone loves Spider-Man, dude. Spider-Man is the equivalent of being fucking American, really.
yes,
Everybody fucking loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I will say this, and I don't know actors' names. That's not my forte. The Spider-Man with Emma Stone,
Andrew
because
Garfield, yeah,
okay, the way that
hated the
he
movie.
okay, and I understand that a lot of people did, but when Spider-Man in that movie engaged in combat with the villains, he talked shit.
yeah, and that's a Spidey
Okay,
thing.
that's the Spidey thing. Okay, and that's the only movie I've actually seen that with. And granted, the movie was actually horrible, but to me, that's more of an accurate
I
representation of Spider-Man.
I would not say horrible. I would say it
Underrated,
was
isn't it?
mediocre. I'd say it's mediocre. It didn't need to be made. It didn't really say anything new. It was just a remake, essentially, of the first 3 movies, worse or the same level. I mean, I don't know.
I hate it.
Ah,
I
Hey, that's why opinions are like assholes. We all got them. Mike's fucked up too. He just got hurt. Oh Jesus.
he just busted his shit all up on the fucking.
Oh man,
Oh.
this is why you got to watch this live. You get to see people get injured. Look, he's going off camera. He's so hurt.
Camera,
He needs a minute. What was it,
He
Mike?
needs some milk.
my fucking
Need
toe!
some milk.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah,
toe.
bro, dude. When I stump my toe, I just hit the ground because I know it's coming. I just fall out. I don't care where I am. I could be in a restaurant. If I stump my toe, I'm hitting the ground, bro.
I'm really excited for the Spider-Man series. I just hope that it doesn't become a victim of all the SJW bullshit nonsense that plagues every new fucking movie, because they want them to be inclusive to every goddamn thing, and it ruins the movie for the core fan.
But
That's what I hope doesn't happen.
What I will say about Marvel is that they've done a good job of towing the line, but I'm not pushing the woke shit too far. Yeah. That's my opinion. Everything is trying to shove it down our throats these days, and Marvel is guilty of it. I mean, Captain Marvel had a lot of woman moments, as the quartering would say, but
Bro, Endgame had the biggest fucking woman moment.
Jesus Christ.
If you think about it.
But
What is a woman moment?
like
Okay.
like showing like when you hear Mary Sue, or like when you like
That's what culture shock means, by the way.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
Like, what the fuck is a woman?
Exactly. That is where we get our name. Like
Yeah.
we don't like see Mike's not even remotely woke. But no, woman is what is like when you're trying to say, oh, fake women empowerment, basically, like unearned women empowerment, like corny, cheesy, like, oh my god, here we go, cringy, over the top bullshit.
Miss Marvel or whatever the fuck.
Yes,
There it
exactly.
is.
That's what we're
There
talking
it is.
about.
Oh,
Yes.
he's here.
Yeah,
Good.
there he is.
Yeah, there he is. He finally caught up.
I guess I just had to
Gotcha.
describe the
I'm here.
movie, but anyway,
No, yeah, I mean, legitimately, what you described is what she pulled in that movie. So whatever the fuck.
there are rumors that Captain Marvel is being replaced. There's not
That's what I
confirmation, but there's
That's-
rumors that Brie Larson is out and somebody else is in. And I gotta say, don't really care either way because I'm not gonna watch the next one of those movies. But if if she's gonna play a major part going forward, then I'm all for that. Because I think Brie Larson can't act her way out of a paper bag. And like, I mean, she's had one or two good movies, but like, I don't know, man. I get a very much like a what's that bitch from Twilight's name? Chris, what's her face? Yeah, yeah, the one that
And
always.
that's the point right there. She's so irrelevant that even you don't know her. I don't even know who the fuck you're talking
Kristen
about, but I
Stewart.
know
Think about it.
her definition of acting is just making facial expressions.
Like the same one.
Blank facial expressions, to be exact.
Her surprised look is the same as her in fear look.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to Spider-Man. It's looking like a pretty stacked cast, and I was kind of interrupted when I was making my point, but that's okay because that's why I have co-hosts. We get on tangents. That's what happens, man. But I was talking about Miles Morales because in Spider-Man 2, they introduce the Prowler. It's a very low-key introduction. It's Donald Glover. I think it was in 2. It might have been in 1, but they introduced Donald Glover's character as the Prowler, which is Miles Morales' Uncle Aaron. So if Aaron is in it, aka the Prowler, then that pretty much tells you
Brie Larson.
Yeah, Brie Larson. But you're like 5 minutes late. But yeah.
I know.
But Jesus. But that pretty much tells you then that Miles Morales is going to be in the universe at some point. And I can think of no better time than right now in a Spider-Verse movie. So I'm calling it right now, live on this podcast. I would be willing to bet money on this that Miles Morales will be in this movie.
I mean, and if they already have a stacked roster, what's one more? Go ahead and throw Tom Hardy's Venom in there.
Oh snap!
No, I love Tom
If
Hardy.
it's already
my man crush, real talk.
Yeah,
Like,
if it's already a stacked roster, go ahead and throw one that everyone wants to fucking see, and that's Venom.
Dude.
And they even hinted at Carnage at the end of
I would love another. I was about to say I would love to see another Carnage, Woody Harrelson cameo, even if it's 10 seconds. I would love to see the red symbiote. That's what I want to see is the red symbiote.
That'd be pretty dope.
But yeah, that pretty much wraps up all the casting news. Oh, actually, I lied. There's one more. Matt Murdock, a.k.a. Daredevil. Charlie Cox is slated, apparently, this is again another rumor, but it's pretty much been confirmed. Doomcock was reporting on it, and I don't know if you know about him, but he has sources. So there's a pretty good chance that they're going to be bringing back the Daredevil from Netflix's Daredevil as Daredevil in this movie.
So an actual movie based on Netflix. Oh, yo, that's going to be lit.
No. In Spider-Man 3. He's going to be in Spider-Man 3. Yeah.
With the same actor?
Dude,
yes, with the same actor.
Oh, I hope they don't fuck this up.
That's what pissed me off right there. That's
so
what pissed
easy.
me off about fucking DC is that instead of taking Grant Gustin from The Flash and putting him on the big screen,
you gave it to Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller, like that.
Fuck?
And it was fucking stupid. They made him waddle like a fucking duck. That wasn't The Flash.
Ezra Miller, everything that I've seen of him has been a terrible Barry Allen. I mean, just their whole concept and the design of Flash. We could talk shit about DC. Let's do it. You know what? Sunday, let's just get together and do an episode on DC's trash.
Talk shit about DC.
I will say Shazam was really fucking good.
I haven't seen.
Very
Shazam.
good movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's hilarious. I'll give it to him. 8 out of 10. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Spider-Man thing. Now, I know we're talking about Marvel, and I know this is a live episode, and I know Disney is currently like just tweet after tweet of all their shit that's coming out in the next couple years. It's a huge slate. There's a bunch of Star Wars shows, a bunch of Star Wars movies. I think there's even some more Marvel shit that's being announced today. We might cover that on Sunday. I just don't feel like scrolling through Twitter right now and just covering that stuff live. Now, if one of you guys wants to do that, because that's kind of what you do on your channel, I'm more than fine with that. Edgar, if you want to take a lead and you want to pull that up while we're discussing topics and cover that later in the show, I'm totally okay with that. But yeah, there's some big Disney news going on right now. If you haven't checked it out, check out Disney's Twitter. There's a lot of crazy shit going on today with that. So,
hey, quick question: are you streaming?
I should be.
Why can't I find it? It's Culture Shock Podcast, right?
I hope so. It says I'm live. It says I also have 0 viewers.
No, yeah, I'm trying to find it so I can fucking.
Huh. Well.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Bear with us. Bear with me. Let's see.
I really want to pull it up so I can put it in the fucking chat because your channel is where this podcast is going to exist after this live.
Yeah.
So right now it doesn't show that you're live, but I will take. Do you have purple letters in your banner?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is the right one. It's not live now, guys, but I'm going to put the link to this channel in the live chat. That
Jesus.
way, whenever this live ends, and if you missed this, you can go over to his channel and watch it, because I will be making this private. The only way you'll be able to view this podcast is from his from the podcast channel. So, anyways, while you figure that out, what's the next topic? What's up next?
Yeah, Cyberpunk. We're gonna be talking about Cyberpunk 2077. It's a shit show. Delayed, and then now here we are, and yeah, it's a garbage. It's fucking garbage. It's glitchy, buggy, pretty horrible.
Come on. All right, I'm so okay, and I gotta say something, and I'm not defending anything. I'm not saying that I'm defending Cyberpunk. I don't own it, okay, but I understand that the game's been in development as long as it has. When has a game ever launched and not had issues?
True.
Plenty.
In modern times, that's harder.
Modern times. I'm talking about within, let's say, the last 10 years.
Okay, and I totally agree, and I understand where you're coming from.
But I feel you. But
on the same token, that's our fault. We are allowing that. That is our fault. Like we have allowed this to become the norm, and that's not okay.
Yeah, because we're purchasing games that are not completed. What's happening.
And these people are not being punished for it.
No, yes. I'll tell you this. Cyberpunk is definitely a completed game. My camera just shut off. Oh, okay. No.
All right, well, so I've got to wait 24 hours to go live on this channel because I set up a whole new channel like an idiot. So, cool. I guess we'll just do a recording on Squadcast, and I'll just upload it to the YouTube later, uncut and ready to go. So,
yeah.
Oh no, it stopped the whole recording.
Yeah, it stopped the whole recording.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess.
Okay.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
So we'll just have to splice it in.
We'll have to splice it, and yeah, guys, do me a favor. If you still want to watch this podcast, do it from Jared. Are you streaming yet?
Yeah.
No.
No. I've got to wait 24 hours. So I'm gonna need you guys. What I am gonna do is I'm going to upload the video. Actually, shit, I don't think I'm recording. Actually, no, I am recording. Yeah. So I've got my video. I've got it from my OBS. It is recording, so I should have at least a video copy.
All right, dude. So what's going to happen, guys, is I'm going to end the stream, and we're just going to do this as a recorded video. And then
it's live on my end, so we're good to go on my end. If they want to see it live, they can just.
Sorry, guys. I know this is a clusterfuck. It's the first. It's the first one. I got to get my shit worked out.
So I'm going to start the stream. If you want to watch it, you can watch it from Apothos' channel. There's people in chat that know his channel if y'all want to place it. I got to figure out what the fuck's going on with my camera. And if y'all want to keep watching, y'all just do it from Apothos' channel. I'll try to figure this out. This is pissing me off too.
Yeah, actually, I'm actually gonna go ahead and scrap this as a podcast as well. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut that out, and then we're gonna just do this as a YouTube video, the first one, live and uncut, just so you guys can see all the bullshit that we are going through to make this happen for you guys twice a week. That's the goal, twice a week. Don't hold us to it. Once a week is the standard, but we're gonna shoot for twice a week that we're gonna be doing this.
Once we get all these hiccups out of the way, guys,
this
will be a lot easier for us.
Yep.
We are just starting this stuff up. So on to our next subject.
Yes. Let's just keep it rolling, man. You know, we ain't got time for all this bullshit. I can see Eggert's frozen face. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, just leave us a map, man. So yeah, we got Cyberpunk 2077. We've been talking about it. There has been glitches across every platform. Mike, I know you've recently just purchased a computer from iBuyPower with a RTX 3080 in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Look at the dogs. An RTX 3080 in it. And even yours is apparently having trouble running that shit at 60 frames per second with ray tracing, which is kind of ridiculous because I mean all the games.
So are you telling me that I would have issues if I was to buy said game?
You would run it at 55 frames roughly. So I mean that's not terrible. That's better than a lot of people. I mean my PS4 is running.
30?
That's the target. It's running at about 15 to 20 on most. That's what I was getting into. PS4 and Xbox, the original consoles, the upgraded consoles are doing a little bit better, and obviously the next gen are doing a little bit better. But there have been issues and bugs reported across all of them, including PC, like a shit ton of them. And the main one that everybody seems to be having fun with is tits and dicks are glitching out of pants and shirts, bruh. Titties are hanging out, dicks are flapping. Blah 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 blah.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and so like people's characters are walking around like they're wearing just a regular T-shirt, but the tits are hanging out. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, cars glitching through cars. Like last night, the bug I ran into was I pulled up to a cutscene. I was riding shotgun with my homeboy. And then we watched these fucking 3 people try to jack this car. And I'm not going to get too much into detail, but they tried to jack this car, and it didn't go well for them. But when they showed up to jack the car, instead of showing up from off the screen and walking in like this, they just popped up in the middle of my fucking screen out of nowhere. Oh, we lost Edgar. He'll be back.
He'll be able to rejoin.
But, so yeah. They just showed up in the middle of the screen, and
that's literally during your gameplay that this happened.
Yes, it's called a pop-in, and that just means that the game is not optimized and it's running shitty. So stuff would pop in all the time, and then if you run up to somebody and like you look at them, their face will just be pixels. It'll be like just like a cube. It's ridiculous, man. Polygon, that's what it is. It'll look like a polygon. Your dogs are fighting in the background. It's hilarious.
All right, guys.
And he's back. He has risen.
There he is. Sorry, man. Thanks for letting me know about. I keep. So basically, what I'm going to do as an adjustment for my gain, I'm going to mute my mic in between my speech. Yeah, in between. All right. Yeah. So if you see me talking and looking at this camera and you don't hear me, just tell me to unmute.
I am. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you were done. No, I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure that, and your chat can probably attest for this. Your microphone is a really good microphone for the price, bro. It is. But you are going to need, if we're going to be doing audio, and this is for you too, if you're going to be doing any kind of audio, you're probably want to just going to invest 10, 20 bucks in a pop filter, bro. It filters out a lot of your background noise. You're moving, your chair.
Would a Elgato be able to do what that thing does?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Elgato, but it's literally a hardware device that you attach to the bottom of your microphone. You know when you see rappers and shit in the studio and they got that circle in front of their face? That's what it is. It's like $10 on Amazon, bro. And it helps immensely because I just ordered one. I have a Razer Siren X, and as you guys know, it hasn't been great for this because it picks up everything. So I just ordered me a microphone holder, and I ordered a pop filter for that and a cover for it because that's supposed to work really pretty well for the price for this, and I just don't see not using it. But if I got to invest $20-$30 to make it work right, then I'll do it. But I really want our audio to come through like clear for you guys because again, this will be a podcast. So I know on live streams and stuff, it's not really that big of an issue, but for that kind of audio, I really want clarity. I want our listeners who are listening in the cars, who are, going about their day, who are listening to us at work or on their phones or while they're walking their dog or whatever. I want you guys to be able to hear us loud and clear and not a bunch of bullshit and sound like a bunch of amateurs. And I think that we can all get there. And if I have to, I'll buy you guys pop filters for Christmas. But, if anybody has any other tips, tricks, or anything else that is not super expensive that can help with that, we are definitely all ears. Make sure you check out C-Shock Pod on Twitter and drop by and make sure you interact with us. And now
back to this Cyberpunk.
Yes, Edgar missed a lot of that. So
Edgar, let's hear from your experience. I'm the only one in the group that doesn't have the game yet.
Yeah, listen, this is gonna be good.
This game, Okay. Maybe I just didn't know what this game was about, but I've played games like this before because I recognize the mechanics, or maybe I just didn't do a lot of research. I actually wanted to go into Cyberpunk not knowing shit at all, which is why I avoided it. I didn't read anything. I didn't watch anything. None of that shit. So I start playing this fucking game, and I really want to like it, right? I really, truly want to like this game, but it does things that pisses me off, bro. Like, I'm telling you, the first 5 hours of this goddamn game, you will be doing this, bro. That's it. For 5 hours. That's all it is. It's fucking verbal diarrhea, bro. I couldn't have been more bored. And then finally, at that 6th hour, it starts to pick up. But everything at the beginning, you're just slogging through, bro. I was bored to tears. I was like, this is unbearable. So I mean, but I still like the game. There's a lot of content to it. I feel like it's a completed game. It's a good looking game to me. But bro, that initial beginning is dreadful, absolutely dreadful.
And have you ever played the Witcher games, man? Because that's what it is. It's made by the same company, and if you're not a big fan of story content and a slow burn, you're not gonna love it. I mean, that's just what it is.
Yeah, dude. And it's like I was telling you guys earlier. I have to be doing something with my hands. I have to play.
I agree. We talked about it earlier.
I have to play the game. I can't have an NPC drive me around in a fucking car from neighborhood to neighborhood. I can't do that. And that's all Cyberpunk is, bro.
All right.
You're getting chauffeured around, or you're driving around, you're listening to a bitch just talk to you about nothing, and it's just...
I could show digital penises on YouTube, right?
I plan on streaming it tomorrow.
Because I'm about to show some dicks. I'm pulling this over to my screen so everybody can see. I'm trying to. Fuck. There we go.
Is it a good game? Yes, I like it. If I had to score it, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10.
Dicks and tits. I like it. Go for it. Do you? Dicks.
And yeah, the customization in Cyberpunk is unlike anything I've ever seen. They really did go the extra fucking mile.
I will tell you that you have done away with that, because porn is not a fucking thing on my channel, period.
No, you can't put that shit on YouTube, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, I took it. I immediately closed or minimized the screen as soon as he said that. So
no, he didn't put anything up here.
Oh no, I put it up on mine. I'm putting it on my channel, man. Y'all aren't gonna see it. It's on my OBS.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
And then I saw a lot of videos of people complaining about the people who gave Cyberpunk a low score. And maybe I have my different reasons for not giving it a 9 out of 10, because in today's world of gaming, all those gaming journalists are just as bad as the political journalists.
Dude,
they're fucking trash. So I don't take the reviews at face value at all. I don't even read them. I go to alternative people like Young Yeah, The Quartering, Angry Joe. So
fuck that. We go to ourselves, bro. We are the new game reviewers. So this isn't a gaming channel, but if there's a big title coming out, one of us is getting it. So make sure you stop by and get our reaction. We're pretty much your everyman, man. We all just, we're regular dudes that just like to make content. That's all it is. So yeah, definitely stop by here and get our takes on new games, because I'll tell you right now, I'm going to be trying out every major release that comes out. I'm blessed enough to make enough money that I can afford $60 every 2 to 4 weeks, or every 2 months, whatever. Anytime a big game comes out, I'm getting it.
And this is just the pessimist in me, but that game Outriders, I feel like it's going to flop.
Dude, any game that is hyped is going to flop, in my opinion. I am no longer getting hyped for games. I
gave that up 5 years ago.
Yeah, I feel like Outriders is going to flop hard, because it was like I was telling Mike, the same publisher that is going to publish Outriders is the same publisher that published Avengers. Avengers was the most bare bones shit ever, bro. And so
I'm going to break it back to this right here. I followed Anthem for 8 fucking years.
Foolish.
8 years I followed that game. Since they very first had talked about it, I was so fucking pumped about Anthem.
And do you remember what I told you? I was like, bro, be careful with the hype.
I just need 5 seconds to say one thing. If anybody from Bungie ever stumbles across this, I want to say I'm sorry, because I gave you guys way too much shit for Destiny 1.
We really did.
Like, god damn, y'all did amazing on Destiny. Just take a second. Destiny 1.
Dude, because
vanilla.
To be completely honest,
don't even care.
Destiny's in season 13.
And
season 13.
I hated Destiny 1, kind of, but I put 2,000 hours in it. It was an amazing game. I had a love-hate relationship with that game, but it shits on Anthem. It shits on, for now, Cyberpunk for me. It shits on any of the new MMORPGs that they try to roll out. Like,
you don't know what you have till it's gone.
Exactly. I mean, shit. Even the Division was fucking terrible to me. Like, for me, you guys enjoyed it. That's cool. I hate bullet sponge bullshit where you literally hide behind cover and do this all game. I hate it. I hate it. I'll never play it again. I hate it.
Mike, continue what you were saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or did you?
Yeah. So check it. No, I'm not done. I mean,
yeah.
So my hype for that game, like, dude, I was so ready for it. Now, there's pros and cons from that game. All right. I believe if a different company got a hold of that game, it could be good. I really do. It has potential. What set it aside that was a unique variable about that game that I actually loved and I still love about it is the flight and combat mechanics.
Yes.
Flight and that shit right there was the fucking bomb.
Just leave it alone.
At the very least, the flight. And you know what's funny? This is actually funny.
They almost cut it.
They almost took it out.
Yeah, I was going to say,
they almost took the best part of the fucking game out of there.
For those of you who don't know, it was actually someone from I think it was the president of Activision or EA that was like, hey, you should keep this flying shit in here. This is pretty dope, because they were going to scrap it to try and save money.
That is probably one of the shittiest games that has ever come out. I'm sorry.
No.
Based on hype? Based on hype?
Oh no. Fallout 76 will not be beat.
One of the shittiest. I didn't say the shittiest.
Oh, I was about to say if he did say one of them. But
Fallout 76 will always
I didn't even buy it.
Neither did I. Neither did I. The reviews, the day the review embargo got lifted, which was very late in the game, which is a bad sign. Just like Cyberpunk, you weren't allowed to release Cyberpunk console reviews. Anytime, for our listeners out there, if you're a gamer, if there is going to a review embargo up until almost right at release for anything, do not buy it at launch. It is going to be shit, because they are hiding something if there is a review embargo. Just saying.
We were actually just talking. We're actually on the subject. Sorry, my chat got a little lost because we're a little bit hectic. We're on the subject of the game Anthem.
Yes.
Anthem. So, like I was saying, the flight and the combat, to me, if they would have just kind of went a different direction with the story, the interaction with you and the NPCs, I think the game would have been different. I really do.
I agree.
I'm here. I'm just face cams off.
Dude, I know why. I saw.
Wait, so you are recording via Streamlabs?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't see I saw not recording here, so I thought that it had.
Yeah, no, that we're just utilizing this for
I'm scrapping
multi-face cam.
I'm scrapping the podcast. We'll do an official episode 1 of our new podcast name on Sunday.
Interesting intake here from Shidoshi. Fallout 76 still has ongoing lawsuits. Like, these motherfuckers are still getting fucked up.
And they still apparently they still have a player base somehow. People came back after they fixed some of the bullshit, and I don't understand why. If I don't care that I spent the money, I'll take the loss. If you fuck up and I know that's kind of counterproductive, but if you fuck up your launch that bad, I will never play your game again. I've never played Sea of Thieves again. I have never played what is that one with the planets that they fixed after like 2 years?
Fucking No Man's Sky. That
never played that again. Never will.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, there's like I have a very short amount of goodwill with video game companies now, and if you shit on that, fuck you. Like, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it, bro.
It. I can tell you, there's one company that I will never fuck with. On a personal, like me, I'm not going to go out in my spare time and buy any motherfucking Call of Duty game. Now, I do host a request channel in my Discord. Now, Call of Duty was requested. I did install it. It is installed. It is on my platform. But as far as me and my fucking time, I'm not playing that shit. And the reason why I'm not playing it is because it's been the goddamn same game for motherfucking 20 fucking years. The formula has not changed. I understand, like, hey, if it's broken, don't if it ain't broken, don't fix it. But still, dude, I want refreshing shit. I don't want to pick up a controller and feel like I'm paid $60 for the same fucking game.
Oh shit! I am live. Hey, what's up, everybody? Okay, it's working. It's working
For
on
me. For me, it wasn't even like that. For me, it was like I knew what Call of Duty was, and I mean, everyone knows what it is, right? And I played it for what it was. But the second that they put that BLM bullshit in my face, I stopped playing, and I haven't played it since. There's been people come into my chat all the time. Do you guys know how much more successful my gaming streams would be if I just fucking streamed Warzone? Do you guys have any idea how much that game gets requested to me? But they can suck my ass.
Vance, hold up. This is fucking
care.
great. I'm sorry to cut you off, but this is great. This is fucking great. All right, you're gonna love this shit.
I hope so.
How do you turn a fruit into a vegetable? How do you turn a fruit into a vegetable? Don't you fucking ruin this.
Hold on. No. I know the answer. I just don't know the answer, if that makes any fucking sense.
How, Michael? How?
You drive your car through a fucking gay pride parade. I love it. I fucking love it.
And banned. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, man. For the record, I am not against homosexuals. You guys do you. I don't care what y'all do. I'm not going to run y'all over my cars.
Yeah, look, I've got a sense of humor, and it's dark, okay?
No.
And my brother, my half-brother is a homosexual. I am full in that. Whatever you do is you.
Yeah.
It's just not my forte.
Yeah.
That's still not going to stop people from calling you homophobic, but...
I mean...
It is what it is. Call me what you want.
Yeah.
Sticks and stones may break my bones.
All I'm saying is the older I get, the amount of money that it would take for me to suck a dick has gone down. That's all I'm saying. like
this is not good.
Life happens,
especially with the way that our motherfucking economy is going. This is not good.
Life happens, bro. Life happens, bro. Shit happens, bro.
Life comes at you,
motherfucker. You remember when you were a kid and you were like, "Yo, I can't wait to grow up."
Yes.
Now, how come as an adult we can't say, "Man, I can't wait to be a kid"?
Dude, I miss.
How come life? Damn, I just had a huge muscle spasm. How come life doesn't work like that?
He's 40. What?
I'm not 40, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. Fuck, man, I'm hot. All right, so that covers. Is there any more Cyberpunk news, really?
Not anything more than, obviously we've already kind of talked about it, but the PS4 and Xbox One classic versions basically run at 15 frames per second, which is just unacceptable. Because this started out this game was in development for 8 years, which means that this game was starting to be developed when these consoles launched. There's no fucking reason for that shitty of a rollout on these regular consoles. If the game got too ambitious, then just launch it on next gen consoles. Don't blame, and don't you fucking dare blame your consumers when it doesn't work on their shit that you sell it for. All right,
I hate that.
That's it. That's pretty much it.
I forgot what I had it and I lost it. It's wild.
Do you know what a mantis shrimp is?
No.
This motherfucker, bro.
Yo, the mantis shrimp ain't no motherfucking. It is not playing the radio. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
For all my viewers, I'm Googling it on my screen so you can see this.
Ever since this motherfucker found out that orcas are the apex predators of the ocean, this motherfucker has been on a kick of just watching just water discovery and shit about the oceans and fucking like, bro. He had no idea. He's like, oh my god, they can eat sharks? What the fuck?
It's not that they just... So here's the...
Oh wait, so is it huge? Because it looks tiny.
Watch that shit. That motherfucker ain't no joke, okay? It's like me in the ocean. That's what a mantis fucking shrimp is.
Oh, hello there, little one.
Imagine me in the ocean as a fucking animal. I'm fucking everything up, bro.
Dude, watch this. Mike's gonna start making YouTube money, and he's gonna use that money to go to college to be a fucking marine biologist.
Yo, that'd be sick. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that's a creepy little dude. Sorry, guys. If y'all want to do some independent research on that, y'all are up to it. But it's a little shrimp. I'd eat it. I don't know. All right. So the next topic. Y'all ready for our next topic?
Yes, let's do this.
This may be one that you guys aren't too interested in, and if not, that's fine, because I don't know if we have any anime fans out there, but Funimation is set
Probably.
to acquire Crunchyroll for $1.175 billion. Yes, $billion.
With a capital B.
And also, I'm not sure if you know this, but Crunchyroll is currently owned by AT&T.
I see that.
Who are fucking just the worst company ever, and they are bleeding their assets dry. They're trying to recoup some money from their terrible purchase of DirecTV. Any chance I get to shit on AT&T, I'm gonna do it. So stick around for that. Yeah. So they're selling it to Sony, who owns Funimation. And which is basically going to leave us with one provider for anime services streaming.
I
one legit provider.
I actually didn't know that Crunchyroll had that kind of net worth.
Dude, I didn't know that either, but
that's actually wild.
Well, they're owned by Sony, so Sony has that kind of money.
I guess. It just, at first glance, it doesn't look like something that's worth 1 point.
It doesn't until you
billion.
factor in the fact that you're taking out all your competition in one swipe.
Pretty much.
So
by basically just consolidating everything.
You're just gonna. I would assume you would just convert those people over to like a Funimation account, or I don't know. Maybe you keep the Crunchyroll name. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe it's in this article, but
now are they going to rename Crunchyroll?
Let's see.
To something else?
I'm looking now. Oh.
Because I've never really, I stopped watching anime after Dragon Ball Z, and that's when I was like 12 years old, dude.
It doesn't say yet. So there's no news on that yet. Basically, again, this is just a minor thing. I'm not going to get too much into depth on here because it's not that big of a deal for me. I'm not.
Let's think about it though. Like, what does that mean though for anime?
Well, the one thing that it means is that
hopefully it thrives.
I don't know. No, because anytime you take out competition, that leads to malfeasance. Sony is probably going to jack up the price.
David Upshaw, what's up, brother?
They're probably going to jack up their price for their streaming service for anime. If I had to guess, that's what that means. They're going to say, "Oh, we've got more titles than ever, so now our prices are now instead of whatever $9 a month, it's going to be $15 a month."
That actually might screw them over.
Do you think Dragon Ball Z will come out with some new episodes with that? Though?
Yes, and I actually think Dragon Ball Z will be making a return now that you say that, because right now Dragon Ball Super ended very recently, but there's a manga. And in the manga, at the very end, this is spoiler territory, so I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to turn down your volume, whatever, if you're super invested
30 seconds,
in the manga.
Guys. If you don't want spoilers, 30 seconds.
At the end of the Dragon Ball Super manga, they introduce the reborn Oob, who, if you know anything about Dragon Ball Z, on the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, Oob is born and he grows up and he fights Goku. Goku goes and finds Oob at the Tournament of Power, or the World Tournament, whatever it is, the World's Tournament, and takes him on as like basically a Padawan, as his trainee. Like, he trains this kid. And at the end of Dragon Ball Super, Oob is born. Or Oob makes his appearance. So I'm thinking they're going to tie back and they're going to go back and restart Dragon Ball Z. That's my guess. Again, this is just speculation. It may be called something else. But for any Dragon Ball Z fans out there, Dragon Ball Super fans out there, I would have to assume more is coming.
So I got a little interjection and a subject add. Edgar recently watched an animated series on YouTube called Astartes.
That shit was amazing, dude.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
I suggest that you do a reaction video to Astartes 1 through 6, Jared. If you have, that is from the Warhammer 40K universe. I'll tell you the same thing that I told Edgar. If you have any fucking questions about that video, ask me. I want to know what that video is really what got me into Warhammer 40K, because when I first watched it, it only had Astartes 1. There wasn't 1 through 6. There wasn't 6 more episodes to it. It's legit. It's about, I think, 10 minutes. It's something you should watch on your free time. I'll throw that out there as a suggestion. Edgar, what is your views on Astartes 1 through 6?
Bro, that shit, and I'm actually going to pull it up right here. This is 1 through 5. Hopefully it pops up 1 through 6. Okay, yeah, all parts right here. this is by far, bro, you don't even have to understand this universe to appreciate this video. This is like the most epic shit that I've seen when it comes to like animation of this kind, and the animation is fucking flawless. Absolutely, like it just completely looks amazing. I can't even imagine what it would look like on 4K or like anything crazy like that, or like on a super high-end PC. But
it's an independent project, man. That is done by a content creator.
Absolutely incredible, is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
They had directors, producers, big movie directors and producers have done reactions to that. Like,
oh, wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I have a feeling come down the pipes that we're going to see a Warhammer 40K movie soon.
Oh, nice. Dude.
I would love that. But the fan base is so big and the lore is so much. Sorry, my bad. The fan base is so big and the lore is so deep that it's really scary to even touch bases on, because if you fuck something up, dude, you're going to receive so much hate.
Hashtag Warcraft.
Hey, Mike, make your Squadcast a full screen since you have dual monitors.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing too. I've got my chat pulled up on the other thing now, guys. So.
I won't actually, because I have a background. There's a reason why I'm integrating my background into it to keep to the, the theme of my channel, Warhammer.
Yeah.
But anyways, so continue on. So now we've done our anime kick on Crunchyroll.
Yep. So I'm glad we kind of knocked that out quick. It's big news, but it's not. I'm not
really a fan. It's not something that I'll read it and I'll be like, all right.
I just wanted to say that for any anime fans out there. I want this. I want this podcast, this channel, whatever this evolves. I'm thinking changing the name to Podcast Network eventually, and just.
No, it's not changing the name.
Yeah. Anyway,
right. What you got?
Yeah. Anyway, I want this to be more than just a podcast, but at the same time, like. I want this to be for everybody that's a nerd like us, bro. Like nerd.
And then after this, you can open it up to a Q&A if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. So the last thing that I have on my list to talk about today, and I know Mike has some strong feelings about this. Mike, please don't go off on too much of a tangent about your religious beliefs on it and everything. I totally respect that, bro. But you might, the viewers might not care. I'm just saying.
I understand. I'm not going to dive too much. I know what subject we're getting on to.
All right, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
All right. So Visa and MasterCard both have banned their cards from being used on Pornhub. This is coming from a Nick Kristof article in the New York Times. I got to give a shout out to him because this is like a solo thing. Anyway, basically, his article stated that the platform has videos of child abuse and rape, and he did some journalism on that, and I guess it found out that that's the case. So now MasterCard and Visa have banned their cards from Pornhub for the time being. Pornhub responded by basically saying, hey, we fixed it, and Visa and MasterCard were like, we'll see. That's pretty much the rundown of it. But you guys, I did send you an article on it, so if you want to check that out.
I see it.
Yeah.
The credit card companies had launched separate investigations earlier this week into the financial ties with MindGeek, the parent company of Pornhub.
Yep.
If it's not really going to kill their pockets, I don't really see I really wouldn't care. Well, but who's to say that other credit card companies aren't going to follow suit? Because, in today's climate, if you don't do what MasterCard and Visa did, then you support child pornography.
All right, look. Obviously, child pornography and rape and anything where you assault someone else sexually is fucked up, and you deserve the worst punishment. That said, bro, Pornhub is a huge database. Sometimes things are going to get put on there. And honestly, when you have, no disrespect to anybody foreign, but when you have, channels that are dedicated to having sex with women in, say, Thailand or whatever, how are we supposed to prove that those women are 18? And how am I supposed to feel, no offense, how am I supposed to feel guilty about it? Because I personally know women, I know them personally that are my age, 29, almost 30 years old, that look like they could be less than 18 years old. So,
yeah,
how do you know? Unless you're going to require a driver's license photo for every upload. That's it. I mean,
well, they're going to run into the same problem that YouTube ran into when they with that whole COPPA ordeal. How do you know if a child is using the device? It could belong to the parent. It could belong to the big brother. How do you know if it's a child? It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, but there's really no way to prove it. I mean, I'm pretty sure that your logical, sensible human being can see a video and see malintent, right? But
sure.
but there's a lot of videos where it could be perceived as malintent, but it's really not. It's just a video. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Sex sells at the end of the day.
Because you have people that have fucking what's it called? I don't even know the actual name of it, but I'm gonna call it like rape fantasies. Like they want their dude to come in and rape the shit out. I guess they get off. There's women like that. There's dudes like that. People are into all kinds of weird shit. So how do you even?
Not to get too much into it, but I've dated girls that have been into that. I've dated girls that have literally asked me to slap them as hard as I can.
Dude, yeah, like hit me. I'm like no, hit me.
Hit me harder.
Then you're gonna call the police. They're gonna see you have a black eye. I'm gonna try to explain myself, and you're gonna be like, you're gonna lie on me. I'm gonna go to jail.
I'm not gonna say her name, but I am gonna say that chick awoken something in me.
I want to touch on this so fucking bad.
Go ahead, man. Do your rant. That's what this is for.
I'm gonna put it to you like this: you might think you want me to hit you, but when I put these murder mitts on you, I guarantee you, you're gonna change your goddamn mind real fucking quick. Okay, that's a fucking promise. But so I get that. Okay, everybody has their thing. You get what I'm saying? If the only way you can get off is by freaking taking a belt and hanging yourself from a damn doorknob, then so be it. That's your business.
I know a guy that died like that. It's terrible. His kid.
It's horrible. Self-asphyxiation while masturbation. So that's horrible. But
personally,
I mean, it was a win-win for him. I hope he finished.
He probably died with a fucking smile on his face. Dude, what better way to go out?
The only way I can get off is a prostate ejaculation. And I don't know if y'all know what that is, but they gotta.
Why does it have to be those two? It would.
All right, off track. You fucking pervert.
Anyways, so check it. My viewpoint on that. All right, my viewpoint on MasterCard and Visa withdrawing, the way they did. I support it. All right.
Of course.
And I have religious beliefs, and we're not going to go into my religious beliefs on this channel, but I also got a whole bunch of damn common sense. All right. I may not be a fucking smart man, but
I know what love is. Sorry, I had
to.
I couldn't.
I may not be a smart man, but you can look at pornography and you can tell when what you're looking at is not right. If you're watching shit where it is being simulated that a little girl is fucking a dad, that shit is wrong. Okay, yeah. You shouldn't even be that shit should bother you on a
Have you been on porn lately? 80% of porn now is incest porn, bro.
Yes, it is. It's about stepmoms, moms, shit like that. Shit. It's horrible. All right. So my viewpoint on it is if they decide
different strokes for different folks.
When it comes to moms or stepmoms, if you're going over to the neighbor's house and banging the stepmom, that's fine.
I would bang my stepmom if I had a stepmom. Are you kidding? I mean, obviously it's gross to think about doing that with like a bio parent. Ew, like real incest porn or whatever. Like, oh, dad. Ugh. Yeah. But like, oh, stepmom, your dad hasn't loved me in 2 years. Oh, come here, mama. Like, I don't know. That shit's hot. Fuck it. Like,
we're not talking about that though. We're talking about you. In the beginning of this, it was said that child abuse,
yes, of course,
and rape was being depicted. Which rape is also being as depicted as a porn. So at the end of the day, let's think about it like this: sex sells. Okay, it doesn't matter what the fuck you put on the internet. If there's a pussy and a dick, or two dicks, or something that is forbidden some fucking where, somebody's gonna get turned on by the shit, no matter what it may be.
Dude, honestly, they have been objectifying young girls for hundreds of years. Look at Millie Bobby Brown. That chick is like 14 years old, but dresses and acts like she's 30 years old. They have over-sexualized her. She's a cute little girl. Like not to be weird, she's a very pretty little girl. I think of her as 11 from Stranger Things, so I think of her as a kid. But if you look at like her Instagram and shit, bro, she's out here acting like she grown, and they are like hyping this chick up to be an adult, bro. It's fucking disgusting. Yeah. I feel
like it's a slippery slope removing your services just because of someone's I don't know, sexual preferences. Because then what's stopping them from removing their services for other things that they might not approve of?
Come say.
And yes, I agree. that child pornography is not good, and it should be detested by fucking everyone. But that same mentality could be applied if MasterCard just wanted to say, we're yanking our services from any fucking business that supports this candidate, or any business that does this or does that. And when you're a corporation that big, that's a lot of fucking power to be wielding over every motherfucking body. Because a lot of people have MasterCard and Visa.
I get what you're saying, and I understand the slippery slope argument, because that's my favorite argument to make. I don't believe in censorship. I don't believe in like government overreach. I'm a strict libertarian, and I don't believe in bailouts. Anyway, but at the end of the day, man, like, I get it. I can't say I don't get it, because like it's all about accountability, and you don't want somebody to be like, why is Visa allowing people to buy child porn with like, what the fuck, bro? So
yes, exactly, and that's at the end of the day.
It's all about CYA. Cover your ass.
Do you want to be a company? Yes, I get what you're saying, Edgar. But do you want to be a company known for having child pornography being purchased? Like, so say you own a credit card company, Edgar. Do you want people in your credit? I understand you wouldn't give a fuck.
No.
But what your company is known for, and how your company and what depicts your success rate is going to be what people think of your company. So if your company is known for selling or being a part of anything revolving around child pornography in this day and age, you're fucked. So it may not be a political move. It may just be a pure business move.
Yeah. I just feel like child pornography didn't just start selling yesterday. That's another point that I'm fucking making. Why didn't they make this rule 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Because it finally got called out. It got called out, bro. And that's why they responded. And at the end of the day, that's all corporations do. They do whatever they can until they get called out on it. And honestly, man, I think that it's a good thing that they responded, because they were called out on it. Like,
no, it's not the worst thing in the world.
If you don't respond, you're fucked. That's basically what it comes down to. If you don't do something about it, if you say, oh, it's okay, that's how people are going to take it in 2020. If you don't ban your cards from buying child porn, essentially, the people are going to turn around and say, Visa and MasterCard allow you to buy child porn. And
I just feel like it's so generalized and it's so broad, because not everyone that goes to Pornhub
is looking for kitty porn.
Is looking for kitty porn, and not everyone that has a Visa or MasterCard goes to Pornhub.
Agreed. It's a non-issue in my opinion.
That it really isn't. It's irrelevant. I mean, at the end of the day, there's still a problem out there that's not getting fixed.
No, because dude, I can get on the dark web and I can tell everybody on this stream how to get on the dark web in 5 minutes and find exactly what they're looking for. It's not hard. I don't do it. I don't look at that shit. I have never looked up porn on the dark web because I'm terrified of what you're gonna find, and I'm afraid of that shit being on my phone even one time, because then I just have a feeling. I haven't even looked around in that shit just out of curiosity to see if it's available, but I can tell you how to get on the dark web. I can tell you where to go. I can tell you how to get to the forums. I can tell you how to, like...
I don't want any suits showing up in my fucking house, so I'm going to pass on that.
So, no, I mean, I'm not going to do it, but my point is it's out there and it's not hard to do. There's a simple Google search can tell you how to do any of that shit. So, I mean...
You don't fix a problem by stopping people from looking at it. That's the whole point.
You fix a problem by killing people that do shit like this. I'm sorry, not to get like, I'm not calling for violence on anybody or any one person, but honestly, like, you have to be held accountable.
I got one for you.
So how about this?
And you would like this. You would actually like this. This revolves around the 40K universe real quick. Conrad Cruz is a Primarch of Space Marines, all right? He was dropped at this planet, all right? On this planet, there were criminals. You know how he stopped crime on the entire fucking planet?
Oh, Mike.
he didn't just kill these fucking people. He televised their torture and enforced the fucking public to watch it, which means that he took over all broadcasting networks and televised the torture of these people. And this torture lasted for weeks. I mean, he kept them alive just to kill them.
But we already make people put signs, or do we still put signs in predators' yards? Is that something that's still done, or do they just go on a list?
A better way to do it is, instead of yanking Visa and MasterCard from the Pornhub database in the form of a payment,
use that shit to find those motherfuckers.
Well, that you could do that, or you could just take a portion of the money. You can take a percentage of the money and use that money to expedite the death penalty of a pedophile.
Look, man,
But still,
I'm not going to
it's-
call for the death of anybody on this show, but I will say this: I will never shed a tear for a dead pedophile or a dead rapist or a dead murderer. If you are the scum of society, I shed no tears for you. Fuck you.
And I'm going to respect Jared and not wish death upon people on this
Thank you.
podcast. But if you want to hear that shit, come to my channel because I wish death on a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, everybody in the apothecary already knows my view on it. I threaten these motherfuckers with their lives in a video game. So
I mean, honestly, you know, if I'm saying this, obviously, I have a severe indifference to their livelihood, so I don't care if they live or die. I'll say it that way. I would prefer that they weren't alive, but that's all I'm saying. Anyway,
to get on a kick of pedophiles is like,
dude, Jesus, we could talk about that for days. Hey,
Yeah,
does
dude, it
anybody
really
have
is
any
horrible.
recommendations? Any topics? Anything that they want to
we can actually go into the Q&A right now if y'all want to.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
it. Let's do it. Let's roll. Let's keep
It's
it rolling.
private man for you guys.
Q&A.
I've got my chat up, guys. I see Albert popping off in the chat. Thank you, man. I saw Rock Sun up in there. I'm assuming that's how you say it. It's a 5, but I'm gonna say Rock Sun.
What we're gonna do now is I'm not gonna stream this. I'll let you stream it now since you have your streaming stuff.
All right,
Good.
so if you're over on Edgar's channel, still by chance, come over
No,
to my channel.
I'm not streaming.
Okay.
I stopped
It'd
streaming
be
it
the
now.
apothecary. Guys, you already know the deal.
I'm gonna let you two do the streaming from now on and recording, and I'll just be here.
I mean, that's cool.
What's up?
Because I don't want my camera turning off. Because I think it was Squadcast that turned my camera off.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been having issues with Squadcast. We might want to look into a different route on how to pull up these 3
I'll
cameras.
just leave the streaming and stuff up to you guys, and I'll
Yeah.
help you guys monitor chat. If
All right.
that helps.
Because I guess my main concern is then if we use Zoom, I don't think we can get 3 people on here without having to pay for it.
No, yeah, it doesn't matter. Just y'all
I
can
don't-
keep. I'll pull up.
I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, we've had a little bit of issues with it, but it's also done really well a couple times. And honestly, it doesn't fuck up my OBS, which I now have on my other screen instead of on here. So if I need to fix something, I can go over there. But I kind of want to rock with Squadcast. I mean,
Right.
yes, it'll stop recording, but like you said, I know enough about editing now that I can splice 2 audio tracks together. It's not a big deal.
Exactly. You'll be fine.
And I'm gonna export all
cool.
of our audio tracks together so that it's only 2 files instead of 6.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I'm gonna
There you
compress
go.
our 3 audio into 1, and then I'm gonna edit that down, and then I'm gonna add the 2 files together. So yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, that's what's up, Roxsun. Anybody in the chat? Anybody got anything anything they want to talk about? I'm all ears. We're definitely open.
Did you have any topics today that you scrapped? I was gonna say something earlier and I completely fucking forgot.
Trying to think, man. I try not to pull up my phone while we're on here, so I've even got it over there. So I don't know, man.
I just used my Fuck, there was some. I should actually start writing it down.
Yeah, I sent the list to you guys, so I mean,
Let's
that's-
talk about this
I got the
minimum
list.
wage that might get increased to fucking $15 an hour.
I hadn't really even heard about that as like an actual thing.
It might. It's in the works, and it might fucking be a real thing.
I'm
So-
actually, in the past, I was very much against that, and I know that this isn't a popular theory with conservatives, and sorry, I love you guys. I still consider
We're
myself,
talking personal opinion.
Yeah, I still
Mhm.
consider myself conservative / libertarian, but I do believe that with inflation the way it has been over the last few years, that not raising a minimum wage is just suicide for our country at this point. And no matter where you fall on the political spectrum, you can't argue that 1% of the population own 99% of the wealth. That's fucking ridiculous. The American dream is dead. We gotta fix it. Something.
If minimum wage goes to $15 an hour, I am going to lose so much weight because I am no longer eating fast food because I refuse to have these motherfuckers paid all this goddamn money to still fuck up my motherfucking order. It's not happening. I'm not putting up with it. I'm not dealing it. If that shit goes through, I'm done with fast food. I'll learn how to fucking cook. I'm over it. I'm over getting the wrong shit. I'm over getting not enough shit. I'm over getting a fucking burger without the goddamn meat on it, bro. Are you shitting me? A goddamn ape can do that. You're telling me you can't? Get the fuck out of my face. I'm not eating fast food anymore. Period. I'm gonna look like fucking Skeletor.
I didn't hear
Okay.
the first part of what you said. Why is this? What happened?
What?
What happened?
$15 an hour.
Oh.
If
$15
minimum
an hour.
wage.
$15 an hour just to still fuck up my order? I'm not doing that shit.
That's a valid point. I mean,
I'm not doing that shit. Fuck
And-
you.
and I can definitely understand that, but I also feel like on the flip side of that, at $15 an hour, fast food might attract people that it normally wouldn't. For example, somebody who can make $15 an hour shoveling shit, or somebody who's going to make $15 an hour working at McDonald's? Which would you do?
Okay, so check it. You guys.
Well, the thing is
think
that I didn't order shit.
I think that you both are touching on very good points. But here's a point that I'm going to throw at you from a business owner's perspective, such as me.
Oh yeah, that's going to fuck small business.
All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Let me explain to you what that does.
Well,
So Joe
dead
Schmo
anyway.
that don't know a fucking thing about tree work is going to come into my world and make $15 an hour. My climber makes anywhere from $25 to $30 an hour. Do you think my climber is going to be okay with said somebody getting a $5 raise? Because I'm not going to pay you minimum wage, come out and do tree work, and you get paid $10 an hour. But do you think it's going to be okay for him to receive a $5 raise and my climber to not receive a $5 raise?
No, that's an excellent point. Albert kind of pointed this out in a sense because.
So I'm
right.
almost done. I'm almost done.
Go ahead. Yeah, no.
So what that ends up doing, yeah, I got to give my climber a $5 raise. I got to give every fucking employee that I have the same amount of money raise that I gave the guy that made minimum wage.
Yeah.
All right. So what that turns into, minimum wage is what, $7.50?
$7.75, I think.
$7.75. So that's what, $6.25 raise?
Actually, let me look it up so I don't sound like a complete moron.
That's
That's 5 seconds.
It's actually higher than what it was when we were younger.
So just bear with me because I'm almost done with my point here because it's very valid.
$7.25, guys. $7.25.
So that is a $6.75 raise. You would have to do that across the fucking board. Yep. Okay, so that means that your payout per employee has now increased $6.75 per employee.
Yep.
Okay, so that means that the taxes that they pay have now increased as well. And you have to match their fucking tax payout, by the way. So that means what you end up doing is you have to charge more fucking money to do the same damn work. Okay. So here's what happens. That $15 an hour minimum wage becomes fucking irrelevant because now our market is inflated.
Yep.
And now you've demolished the fucking dollar bill.
And milk is $10 a gallon.
Man, guys, I have a GED. I made it to fucking 9th grade.
Yep. And then he came back and got expelled again. I remember it. He punched Coach. Well, I'm not gonna say names. He punched a vice principal in the face. Yeah. So.
Oh, that show's hilarious.
Fucking jackass. I was a freshman.
But it is what it is. My point of the matter is that let's raise minimum wage.
Everything's gonna go
irrelevant. Everything's going to drop. How would everything drop? It can't drop. If everything dropped, there would the market.
No, I said everything's going to go up.
Yeah.
Do you know
price of living, everything?
Do you know everything that in America we destroy food because we have such a food surplus just to keep market rate so that the price of food doesn't plummet? This country is bullshit. I'm just saying.
If that's the case, why the fuck do we keep seeing goddamn commercials for Melissa Milano talking about for 15 cents you can feed an African? Why don't we give them all the leftover food?
Yep.
You bitch.
Yep.
Quit asking me for change.
Why don't we just start taking care of our own? Why in the fuck are we worried about Africa and all these other fucking people when I've got brothers that are on these fucking streets homeless that fought with me in this goddamn war that we didn't choose to fight? We just chose to goddamn represent a country.
Yep. Yeah, okay? Well, I'm going to tell you something that you don't. I'm going to tell you something that you don't want to hear. This generation doesn't give a fuck about you or me or anyone in the service, bro.
No, dude. Shit. This generation hates you guys, dude, and it's fucking ridiculous.
They hate the fuck out of us.
It's so pathetic. Oh God,
yeah.
I hate our generation. I really do. I'm ashamed of the generation that we're a part of. I really am.
Yeah, like you have the few that support the troops, but man, a big majority fucking hate the shit out of us.
That's just my point of the everything is like, dude, we are so worried about what the fuck we got going on in all these other goddamn places, man. I've got brothers in the fucking dirt right now, bro.
Yep.
I got, and I'm not talking about in the ground. I'm talking about I got alive brothers sleeping in the fucking dirt.
Yep.
Okay. And that brings me to a point, and I'm sorry to go on to this kick, and I'm going to advertise the hell out of my channel. But guys, when the apothecary gets monetized, okay, 75% of my proceeds from this channel will be going to either the Wounded Warrior Project or something revolving around veterans. And that is a fucking promise. And you can mark me to the words.
Hey, yo,
That's
cop
what's
me
up.
another pair of those shorts. Those shorts are nice as fuck. I got some when I was in Afghanistan, the Wounded Warrior shorts, the basketball ones, the basketball shorts. Yo, if you can give me another pair of those, dude.
Used to wear them all the time, bro. I remember.
Hell yeah, I love them things.
Hey, Albert, thank you for your service, man. Thank you for your
Hey,
20
hey,
years.
All my brothers
And that
are
goes
in my
out to
channel.
anybody out there.
Oh,
Thank you for your service, bro. You guys are the reason that we are able
It
to
goes
sit here
to you,
and do
Edgar.
this shit today. I mean, both of you two as
What?
well, obviously.
Yeah, thank you for your service, brother. Even though I tried to talk you out of it.
Everyone tried to talk me out of the service. It was hilarious.
I did my best.
Dude,
And then
honestly-
I got really
Nah.
mad at you when you joined, bro. Like I really did.
I was like, nah,
I gotta
man.
take just a second, and I don't want this to become too somber, but we're talking about service. I gotta say, shout out to my boy Dontrell. Rest in peace, man. You're missed every single day. So
For those of you that don't know, Dontrell was a mutual friend of all three of ours. Edgar knew him for the least amount of time. I believe me and Jared knew him for 15 years, right? Or
I don't know if you guys know or remember, but I actually, in one of my reaction videos that I did, I actually was talking about Trell.
I've known him since I was a senior in high school, and he was a sophomore, and I met him at a party, and I got him shit faced, and he was broke and didn't have any beer, and he was like, "Hey man, can I get a beer out of your cooler?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, you can get a beer out of my cooler. You're drinking on me tonight." I don't know why I was in a good mood all the time back then. Anyway, so I get this.
Dontrell was actually murdered recently within the last year.
It was 13 months ago, so it was a year and a month ago.
So and that was actually touching to all of us. One, he was a brother, guys. He was a brother in arms. He served in the military, but on top of everything else, he was a brother that was in my heart. He was a brother from another mother, bro. I never served with him, but I trusted him with my life.
Same here.
And he was taken from us, all three of us.
But...
And he was murdered. To not get too somber, not get too touchy and feely about that subject. Murder and death is a real thing. He was actually living with me when he was murdered.
Mike got the call.
So I was actually the first person that was notified of his death. I had to tell his mother.
Thank you.
So
thank you.
There's that. But at the end of the day, the point of bringing this up is this here, guys. And we're not going to get somber. We're towards the end of the pod or the cast here, guys. So we're going to wrap it up on this. Hold your loved ones tight. Tell your brothers and your sisters that you love them because you never fucking know. You might go to bed one night and wake up the morning while you're at work, get a call and get notified that they were murdered at 3 o'clock in the morning and no one was there to watch them die.
Yep. Changing a trash can at work at a Circle K.
So, and that's all that I'm going to mention, and that's all I'm going to leave on that, guys. If we ain't got anything else for the cast, are we good?
Yeah, I do want to say one more thing, guys. Please make sure that you are hitting that subscribe button for all of us.
I'll continue to post it throughout the week.
We are going to continue making content together. The reason I brought up Trail was kind of to make this last point is that for me, the biggest motivating factor to put all this together isn't money, isn't fame, it isn't any of that bullshit. This is just simply because I want to hold my two best friends close, and I want to do something with them, and I want us to all, do things together and succeed together. So that's why I decided to put this podcast together. And I hope you check us out each week because, loved ones are here, loved ones are gone, and you just got to make the most of the time you have with everybody. So I really appreciate both of you guys coming by. Again, my co-host Mike Barksdale and Edgar Falcon. Check out The Apothecary and check out Ex-Military Criminal. Both links are in the top header bar of my YouTube channel. So thanks again, guys, and we will catch you guys, I think, Sunday night, guys. Is that good?
Yeah, Sunday.
Mike, you're muted.
And you can go live. You should go live again on Sunday.
I'm going to go live. I'm going to have it all worked out now that I know it's working.
One more thing before we go. From our last cast, episode 1, that a lot of people will probably end up missing, but we'll do what we can to get that audio up. Uriah reached out to me about Dune. He has prepared a pretty much interview.
A monologue?
Yes, a monologue on
cool.
Dune. I am actually going to be hosting that monologue on my channel. Jared, I would like of course, I would like all of us to be involved in the manner that we are right here, just to kind of bounce the shit back and forth off of Uriah as well.
I can bring him in for one more. I can bring in one more person on here.
Yeah.
We can bring in guests. I can do four
And
people at a time. So.
And this is just to follow up on the Dune thing that we touched bases on, because that's kind of all ahead of our times, but I know a little bit about it. My brother is more intelligent. So
For sure.
Anyways, and let's bring that up.
That'll probably be a Wednesday episode, guys. Wednesday episodes are going to be a little bit more obscure. I'm going to do those as kind of like specials. Maybe if we fall into a regular format and they're happening every week, I'll make them official episodes. But Wednesdays are going to be our special episodes. Sundays are going to be our more official podcast, like, sit down, record official episodes for our podcast kind of days. But definitely make sure you stop by and check us out. We always appreciate every one of you guys, and make sure you share it with any of your friends that that would be really appreciated. So, everybody good?
If that's gonna wrap it up, bro, I'm going downstairs to smoke before I get back on Cyberpunk and fucking freak out. And yeah, guys, I will post all their links, especially Jared's link, because he's gonna be streaming this, and so is Mike. So whichever channel you want to watch, I'm not gonna stream it because I really just don't feel like it.
And
Jared, I've got you.
If it's gonna turn my camera off, then I really don't care.
I will be taking recommendations on my channel as well. If there's something happens during the week that you want covered, please check me out at C-Shock Pod at Twitter. Or you could check out Culture Shock Podcast on Reddit. I also have a Reddit as well. Or you could just leave a comment on the video, and I will make sure that I get that and check those. And
Jared, you're also in the Discord, so you can make all these announcements as well inside of my Discord too if you want to.
Awesome.
As well in mine. You have permission.
Cool. I appreciate that, guys. Also, I do have an official Discord for this channel that will be following this channel's news. Each one of them have their own individual channel that they're going to be covering their stuff. My channel will be dedicated to pop culture news and just any kind of entertainment news or whatever's going on that we find interesting that may not get covered in a full video throughout the week. So, yeah.
Correct.
Again, thank you guys, everybody, for stopping by. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's commented in my chat today. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Chad Bates, Roxsun, Devin, InCloud, and then, of course, Albert. You've been the most interactive so far, so I really appreciate you guys, man. Thank you.
Hot. Oh, I'm so hot, bro.
Jared, I need you to go to my Discord and plug your.
Right. If that's it, I'm gonna ride the fuck out of this thing. Are y'all gonna
Get
go
out of here, buddy? I'm gonna close out.
Yeah, we'll just regroup on Discord. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream now. Again, thank you guys so much for everything, and we will see you guys next week, or actually on Sunday.